will reach at least about 500,000. 500,000 by the inflation in 20 years. That means what you could buy about 20 years ago, your 500,000 is still equivalent to 50,000 of the present. So that is what growth. You are just growing. That's why we're talking about scaling. Don't go for growth, go for scaling. Whereby you are earning 300,000, you are looking at how to earn 3 million. 3 million is even small. That's 10x. You are looking from earning 300,000 to earning 30 million a year. And that's what scaling is all about. So by so doing, what you need to do is you have to raise the standard of what you are doing. You have to raise the ceiling of your value. The value is a satisfaction of people, what people get from what you are offering. You have to raise what you are doing, because your children will catch up with you, get to university, you're going to pay more school fees, pay more house rent, pay this one, because what you are earning is in the long run will not be able to even catch up. Note these two things. I said small thinking produces linear results. And that's what a lot of us will want, is small. Don't just, I just like it like this. As I'm comfortable, I will tell you are comfortable. You're not comfortable. You're not comfortable. Because when you need certain amount of money, you run up and down. So look at what the second one says. Leverage thinking produces what? Exponential growth. Leverage thinking. Small thinking. Small. Let us begin to say, do small, like our parents will tell us. Know the child of whom you are. Don't go and do anything rush. Most time when we talk about rush, we are not talking about stealing money. We're talking about you thinking leverage. Small thinking produces linear results. Small. By the time they become 80 years old, you have to discover that now I just bought Dasun 1984. Now they do, like Yoruba will call it, they will just write, good is the work of the Lord. Small thinking will produce linear result. Why? Leverage thinking will produce exponential growth or result. Life will not give to you what you deserve. Life will only give to you what you design. Life will not give to you what you think you deserve. Life will only give to you to the tune of the value you create. So in a moment I will talk about what do we the leverage thinking. Like what do we need to leverage on? Because your income is going to be proportionate to the level of the value you create. Your income, how much you are paid, is how much you are valued. How much you earn, as you speak now, is a reflection of your value. If you are going to earn more, you have to raise the ceiling of your value. If you want to earn more, you have to raise the ceiling of your value. You say, why would they be giving me so much? That is the value you have now. You are what now? You see, I used to use the woman, Madam Adora of Zenith Bank, who is now CEO. She started as a youth corporate in 1998, and the woman began to upgrade herself, add more to herself. As she was making money, she was buying shares even in Zenith Bank. As of today now, she has about 4 billion naira worth of shares. She grew through the ranks, worked on herself, and she kept adding more value. Let me tell you, a friend of mine who was supposed to be here today, he says he's got his flight late this morning. I don't know if he will still be able to join us. He was showing me his flight ticket this morning. He said he got it late. He was sharing some testimony with me 2 days ago. He works with the British as a ship engineer, and last year he resigned to start his own business. How he decided to start his own business The guy has been going to do some training. The two of us were doing some training together last year. And in fact, there was a training he went for last year. He paid 1.7 million for that training, for a class like this. He paid 1.7 million. Now, let's cut this long story short. He was telling me 2 days ago that the same company that he was a staff there doing yes sir, they reached out to him and became a partner with him, because they saw that the value he rendered to them. Each time they needed somebody to really operate on ship in the coast of Africa, they used to fly somebody from UK. But now they saw that it was more expensive. So you know what they did? They just reached out to him and they partner with him. And they said, your company should be doing this. Then we share profit. I asked him 2 days ago, I said, can you see the impact of personal development? The same people you bow to, now you are shaking hands with them. Because you developed yourself. So, leverage thinking, like I said, will produce exponential results. To harvest extraordinary results, you need 7 sickles. Let me give you the first sickle quickly. The first sickle is a sickle of personal development. Now, I've told you now, scaling has to do with you using small action to generate, maximum results. And it has to do with you increasing results without necessarily increasing your effort. Like I told you also, that small thinking. I want to emphasize this. Small thinking will result into linear growth. Why leverage thinking will result into exponential growth. So what should you do? Sickle 1. Sickle of personal development. Grow before you glow. Because your business really outgrows you. It will not outgrow you. And your income, I said earlier, your income will reflect your value. How much you earn now is a function of the value you emit. It's a function of your value props. I said also, your organization mirrors your leadership. Most people are trying to change circumstances when they should be changing themselves. I said earlier that the first project you should work on is not just your business or your company. The first project is you. When you know better, you will do better. When your mind can transit from the level you are, the income you will get better. I just told you now how this guy left his company and started his own, upgraded himself. Now the same company I reached out to, let's partner. But that's what got him to delay, that he had to leave where he is now, flying into the country this morning. He said he will be able, if he can, able to catch up with us. Because the marketplace will only pay for value. Yes. If you can improve what you are offering, then the income will come better to you. If a leader can improve his wisdom, is to invest in yourself. Read books. You will do better. You are crying that what your problem is spiritual problem. Your problem is not spiritual problem. You are the first is investment. Find mentors. Acquire skills and develop your communication skills. Your attitude will determine the change you seek. If you are thirsty, you look for water by all means. If your attitude is right, a lot of times we are not hungry enough. We are not hungry enough. The person you become will determine the opportunities you attract. Write it down. Growth precedes greatness. Growth precedes greatness. If you want to be great, I told you, life does not reward potentials. Life only rewards development and performance. I have the potential to be great. You dey play. Potential will not give you anything. What will give you all that you need is your development. Number two, the circle of focus. What you water grows. So the enemy understands this very well, because they know once they can distract you, they can delay your destiny. When they get you to between things, like people, they get, there was a brother, I kept talking to him. All he does is all about drinking up and down. Focus on your life. The fact that you came from UK and couldn't go back, it doesn't mean your life has ended. But they distracted him with drinks, and they have delayed his destiny. See, that's what the devil does. They say he can distract you. Some of us, they distract us with spiritual problem mindset. Pastor, you don't understand. The family I came from, they kind of spiritual problem that's pursuing us. And that's what the devil wants you to say. He wants you to focus your mind on the immaterial things. Then you lose out in the material things. Tell somebody, if you know better, you will do better. So many people are busy but not productive. You are very active but you are not effective. Moving, they are even moving, they are not advancing. Focus creates power. Whatsoever you focus your mind on, you grow in it. Because the most successful businesses, they are not chasing everything. They focus something. Elon Musk has been moving from within the industry of technology, from ZP2 to PayPal to solar, SpaceX to Tesla to Twitter, within the same space of industry, building himself. The most successful people, they're not chasing everything. They are mastering something. If they call you out now, you are a master in what? What have you mastered? What have you engraved in the deep enough in your mastery? They are mastering something. A business that serves everybody. We actually serve nobody. You have to get your mastery right. You have to choose your lane, focus on your lane, master your lane, dominate your lane. Because focus converts energy into impact. Number 3, I'm going to round off very quickly so before joins. The circle of system. That's why, earlier I said, it is not enough to have passion without structure. Somebody was talking to me about a young guy yesterday, how tenacious that young guy is, how arduous he is in terms of making money. Passion, but no structure. Dispersing energy everywhere, but no concentration. No bearing fruit. Until you are planted, you don't bear fruit. So that's what system does. System sustains what passion starts. Because many entrepreneurs, they are working like firefighters. They are firefighter managers. Because everything depends on them. See, as your business is growing, you must begin to put structure if you want to scale. He said, if you see a man, there's a company called Walmart, a superstore in America that has his outlets and a store everywhere in thousands of them, almost about 40,000 all over the world. Sam Walton in 1962 to about 70, in 10 years, this man created structure, and in 10 years was able to create 10,000 stores by putting structure. So many business people, everything depends on them. Nothing works without them. That is not business. That is self-employed. You have to move from being self-employed to a business person to becoming a true entrepreneur. where you have structure. And that's why I've been telling a lot of folks that build your business in such a way that if you are not around, the business flows. It doesn't stop. A business grows when system replaces chaos. You know, McDonald's or such global brand, they are not become a global brand because they sell the best burger. They become a global brand because they have one of the best system. One of the best system. System allows for excellence to be repeatable. In every McDonald's outlet, your order must be served in 4 minutes. The excellence, the ambience, the serene, the same all over the world. Same in Lagos, same in Tokyo, and same in London, same in New York. So that's excellence everywhere. A system makes growth predictable. A system allows ordinary people to produce extraordinary results. If it cannot be repeated, it cannot scale. Scaling, I told you what scaling means. Your ability to increase exponentially without necessarily increasing effort. You are increasing in Jesus' name. You want to move from the salary of 100K to 1 million. You have to raise the standard, the floor of your standard, and you have to raise the ceiling of your value. You have to improve your value. Now, number 4, the cycle of value creation. The cycle of value creation. I love this. I love this. We are getting to the juicy part now. Increase your offer and increase your reward. People do not pay for more effort. They pay for value. They pay for what changes them, what impacts them, what improves them, what satisfies them. Customers are very, very unloyal. They are only loyal to price. They are only loyal to quality products. They pay for the value they receive. If you think customers are loyal, okay, because they are benefiting something from you now. The bigger the problem you solve, the bigger the reward that comes to you. The bigger the problem you solve, the bigger the problem and the reward you get. You see, somebody, a graphic designer, designs flyers, a graphic app like Canva, design the same app but at a large scale through subscription, better model, and they make better money. While the owner, I subscribe to Canva every month, while the owner of Canva is sleeping, money is coming to our account. But a graphic designer cannot make money until he sit down and design. See, you can see the scale of the value you solve determines how much comes to you. To create value at the higher level, because the marketplace only rewards value, not activity. Now ask yourself this question: what problem am I solving? Write it down. What problem am I solving? How can I solve it better? How can I solve it faster? What problem am I solving? How can I solve it better? How can I solve it faster? How can I solve it more for more people? There are several bakeries everywhere. But you see what Boko Bread has done? The same bakery in every store, faster. You can even get all bread at an instance, and they are everywhere. You can access them everywhere. The same bread they are serving, and they are even doing it better because you love what they are, the quality of the bread. I'm not advertising for them anyway. See, how can I do what I'm doing better, faster. When your value rises, your income will rise. Don't blame your employers. Don't blame your customers. Just raise your value. Then you can raise your price. You know, somebody was talking to me yesterday how he got a contract with a certain hotel. And the man is planning to raise the price of the hotel. But first of all, he said, no, let me first fix lights. It got solar. Secondly, let me fix intercom. Let me fix CCTV. Let me fix the serenity. Then I will increase the price. You see, more value, more payment. Circle 5. The circle of strategic relationship. Your network influences your net worth. Let me tell you, no one succeeds alone. No one succeeds alone. Every major breakthrough in history have always come through alliances, partnership, relationship, mentorship, and different platforms like that. Because relationship opens doors that qualification alone cannot open. Relationship can open doors that qualification alone cannot open. A conversation can save 10 years of stress. I got a contract some years ago. I was only talking to a friend of mine. While we were talking, he just mentioned a friend of ours. The brother just came in from UK and he just started this business. And I happen to know have that skill in that regard. I said, wow, give me his number. I just called him. We went to a meeting at Okwebi Ikeja. We struck the deal. A conversation. A mentor can prevent an experience or an expensive mistake. Strategic partner can multiply your business. They can multiply your growth. Let me tell you, do not merely collect contracts for those who are contractors here. Work more on connection. Build meaningful connections. That's where many artisans have missed it. And even when you are a business person, don't just sell to your customers. Build relationship. They bought some things from you. Call them. How is it? How is it? Are you enjoying it? Is it okay? Because one client can bring in 10 clients. Don't just sell. Sell transformation. Don't sell transaction. Build relationship. Build connection. So don't just say what brought us together is the business. I don't care about them. Is the market they want to buy from me? No. Build connection. You don't know who will speak for you in a room that you cannot get to. Build connection. The right relationship can accelerate what hard work alone may not do for you or may not help you to achieve. Build strategic relationship. I want you to really note all these things. We have to go. Circle number 6. The circle of execution. Ideas are very common, but execution is rare. You have time to ask your question. You see, the graveyard is full of brilliant ideas that are not executed. Many unsung songs, unpublished books, unexecuted ideas. Many are the ideas you have, but you never executed one. You are scared of what will happen. What will people say? Dreams are free, but execution costs discipline. Success belongs to people who are moving. Those who are taking steps, they are the one advancing. Not those who are giving excuses. Nigeria is bad. Economy is bad. Nothing is working. They play. While you are talking about excuses, people are advancing. That's why get on board on building yourself and executing your ideas. Success belongs to those who move, not just those who know. It is one thing to know, it's another thing to do. Success belongs to those who move, those who act, not those who know. Let me tell you, many illiterate businessmen are richer than many business lecturers. Many illiterate businessmen, they are richer than many business lecturers. Success belongs to those who move, who act, not those who know. It's not about what you know. How many of what you know have you applied? Wisdom does not function in the brain. It is expressed in our conversation, in our action, in our daily action. Your tomorrow is a concept. It's a function of what steps you are taking today. If you say you have a glorious future, it's a declaration or affirmation that may never come to pass. It is what you do now, the actions you are taking now, that will drive you to that future you desire. Or you don't get the future you don't prepare for. You only get the future you are working on now. If you think time will change anything around your life, you are making mistakes. Time will never change anything. It is your preparation and your action now that determines where your future will be. Over the time, things will improve. Time itself is an empty vessel. What you put into time is what you get out of time. Time is a what? An empty vessel. If you think, over the time, things will change. Things you don't work will not change. It's only when you work it that it will change. I believe tomorrow will be better. How? What are you doing now that will influence the change you desire for tomorrow? I bet with you. You just grow old so much. I used to have an old friend, a 70-year-old man, a very good friend of mine. And I love that man's faith very much. The man will tell me, see, Pastor, God has told me that I will marry a young wife, a 30-year-old girl. I said, sir, where will you marry the girl? Because at this your age, you are still squatting. To where? And what will you feed the girl with? The last time we even spoke, he said, I've even seen the girl as spotted. I said, Baba. Amen. Sometimes I've been condoning him. At a point, I sat him down and I spoke the truth for the first time to him. He got angry. Now I knew the reason for his problem. He hated the truth. So he rather just go about his life the way it was, rather than receiving the truth that would change him. I left him. That was the last time. In fact, the last time I had it, they told him to leave the house. They escorted him because the friend that escorted him himself has died. So the children of the owner said, leave, our father that was your friend has died. Amen. So life will not change until you change, until you take a step. Not diabolic steps, but steps with wisdom in the right direction. Knowledge without action is decoration. Vision without execution is hallucination. The difference between winners and spectators is implementation. The difference between winners and spectator is what? Is implementation. Arsenal won the Premiership. They are jubilating. Their fans are also what? Jubilating. Who gets the cash prize? The Arsenal players. The fans, what will they get? Excitement and amusement. I'm so happy. My club just won. To what extent? What will you get? I can remember some years ago when Chelsea won Champions League. Oh boy. People were killing cows. They were throwing party big time. Crazy people. Crazy people. They were killing cows. See, the winners, difference between winners and spectators is implementation. If you continue to watch others doing well while you do nothing, you keep watching them advancing while you are still stagnant. That's why you see people in their gathering, they keep talking about Dangote. They say, I know the richest man. You is richer between Dangote and Otedola. And they keep arguing when they are not taking one step to advance their own life. They become association of free leaders association without taking a step to advance their lives. God will heal our society. Now, you need to do something. Move. Start something. Launch something. Sell something. If you don't have anything to sell, there are many real estate everywhere. Connect with them. Keep selling. Improve something. In fact, what we are launching today is Growth Network. Everybody must grow and everybody must advance. And that's what we are launching today. Improve. Adjust. Repeat. It doesn't matter how many times you have failed. That's not the story. See, let me tell you, you have not failed. If we are doing things and we are failing, it's part of the process of the advancement. You have a story to tell. You have the experience to add to the archive of your abilities. So, most important is that you keep moving. Adjust. Repeat. Momentum is built by movement. The last one. Circle 7. The circle of scaling. The circle of scaling. This is the major one that covers the whole of the essence of today. But I thank God that we're able to cover 1 to 6 so that it can help us to understand what we need to do before we get to the level of scaling. Raise the floor, then raise the offer. If you want to get more money, I told you about the hotel owner now. Before he said he wants to ask more money from the customers, what do? He's raising the floor, the standard of his hotel. He said, after I finish all this thing, then I will raise the money. Because this is where power law becomes practical. If you target increases tenfold, then your system must improve. Your leadership must improve. Your team must improve. Your offer must improve. Your thinking must improve. Your thinking must improve. Let me tell you, if what you get from here is to change your mindset that I can do better than what I'm doing now, then I need to learn better. I need to think better. Let me tell you, economy might have failed you, but don't fail yourself. Don't fail yourself. Isaac was in a land where there was famine, and he sowed and he still reaped in tenfold by the technology of irrigation. God gave him the idea. Jacob was in a land where he was being cheated in that company, and yet he got an idea of vision, technology of vision, and he was able to multiply his harvest. So you have to think of a strategy. Scaling is not doing more work. I've told you that. Scaling is creating more leverage. Now I want to talk about what to leverage on. I said earlier, small thinking will produce linear growth, but leverage thinking will produce exponential growth. Scaling is creating more leverage. More leverage. Leverage comes through, number one, technology. Take advantage of technology. You know, if you want to scale, you are not in your business. How do you monitor the business? In fact, the person was saying something yesterday. He said, when the man fixed the camera in a place, some of the folks he put there have been eating his money. They will say, how many did you sell today? We sold only 1 or 2. Why they sold 10? As they were doing there, the man is watching them. How many did you sell? You sold? We sold 2. Okay. And the man is watching them selling 10. Technology. And the man said, but it's 10 I'm seeing here. Oh, okay. I forgot. Next time we ask them, leverage technology, leverage system, structure what you are doing, leverage teams, build teams. Somebody called me yesterday. He said he wants me to be on the board of the new company they are setting up. Another person called me 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. He said he's setting up a Silicon Valley of a technology company that he wants me to be on the board. See, you are building team. A person yesterday was saying, Pastor, we have to fix this on some salary and certain thing and lots of that. But we have to be on the board. You have to be on the board of advisory to advise us. See, leverage teams. Don't just carry junks of people you know better. Look for a team that can even know better than you. Not people that you are the ones saying the beginning and saying the final says. Leverage on processes. Improve the processes of your work. Improve on the processes. You are a school owner, the process of teaching, improve on it. You are a food vendor or canteen, improve on your processes, the quality of your food, the quality of your delivery, improve on the processes. Item 7, making more money on delivery than selling to one-on-one. Improve on the processes. Leverage through partnership. Get partners. Create ideas. Leverage partners. Create ideas. Look for people who will see value in what you are creating. Automation. Leverage automation. Don't forget, I talked about a graphic designer earlier. Between Canva and just normal graphic person, Canva does not need to design for you. It has been automated. They have uploaded all the designs and templates you want. Just fit into it and pay. Automation. The entrepreneur, any 10 million, thinks differently from the ones making 1 billion. Their thinkings are different. They are not solving for the same thing. The entrepreneur of a Silicon Valley worth of Fortune 500 compared to somebody that is coming up, their thinking is different. So the difference is not just effort, how much I do. And that's a challenge a lot of people have. No, I can't leave my business to go and learn anything. In my business. See, let me tell you, the growth your business will experience is a function of the spillover of the growth at your own disposal. When you grow, your business will grow. When you learn something now, you add it to your business. I can do this thing better. That's how your business grows. So when you invest more in yourself, if you don't have money to invest in your business, spend the money to invest on yourself. When you grow, your business will grow. Small improvement create linear growth. Leverage create exponential growth. Let me conclude by saying the harvest many people desire is already hidden in the field of the mastery or in your potential. But potential does not harvest itself. The harvest you desire is already, the ability is here, but you need to Use sickle of personal development, sickle of focus, sickle of system, sickle of value creation, sickle of strategic relationship, and sickle of scaling to harvest it. Remember this: the future does not belong to the most gifted. The future does not belong to the most gifted. The future belongs to the most developed. Potential don't make great person. It is your development that makes great person. You can't compare me with you. I have potentials. Your potential is not enough. How have you developed your potential? A player that says he has potentials. Have you watched many players that have many great potentials in football and they never amount to anything? So it's about how you develop yourself. And the marketplace does not reward potentials. Doesn't reward excuses. The marketplace will only reward what you have become. It rewards what you have become. So stop waiting for better circumstances. Go for change. Start building your better capacity. See, you have one life to live, sir. You have one life to live, man. Build yourself. Don't transfer your destiny to your children. Don't transfer the betterment to your children. My children will do better. No. I was in a meeting last year to speak, and I said something like this. If my fellow speaker happened to be a woman, he said, "Pastor, you are wrong. I sacrificed my masters for my children to become what they are today." And what are they? Have they become governors? What have they become? Do you know that if you have, in your age, in your era, if you are putting the best to what you're doing, and you have become a commissioner or become somebody, you will have been able to lift those children beyond the level they are today. The Bible says a righteous man leaveth inheritance for children's children, not waiting for black tax on children or waiting for black levies. You leave inheritance for children's children. So give it all your best now. Develop yourself. So start building a better capacity. Because when capacity meets opportunity, growth becomes inevitable. And last instance, and when growth becomes consistent, harvest becomes unavoidable. That's what I have for you today. God bless you.